Cool. All right, so I just changed out the air filter. I figured I have it, might as well do it. So that was easy. Just unhooked. It was clean on the inside. This stuff is dirty, but the new filter and the housing was clean, except for the cap. So I blew up the cap and the compressor. Okay. Lane Tractor Sales up on Los Molinos, California is where I got this thing in, 4 years ago. And they've been really good when I need anything, because there's been a few things I've needed. Okay, the air filter is in this housing. So intake, air filter goes that way. There's two clips. There's one on the top up here, and then one down the bottom. And then this part comes off. And there's a little burp valve there. So like you can reach in and burp it and get rid of any stuff while this is still in the housing. And the filter pops right off, kinda. There we go, it's coming slowly. All right, so this is the new one. I've only run it a little bit since I put this guy in, but I cleaned out the housing in there. And I cleaned out this guy with the air compressor and I wiped it all out. Now it's slightly dusty, but I'm going to put this guy back in, right? This hole goes inwards. If I can get it, there we go. And then seat it back. There's a, I guess I should show this. So in here, there's that ring, right? So there's like two rings. There's an outer ring and then there's an inner ring and then the housing. So this guy is going to go on the smaller inner ring, and then the outer ring will cover the outside of this. So I'm going to get that guy in there. There we go. So that's back in. All right, so this is going to be added to the video I'm doing right now. Compressor. And now I'm going to do the screen with the compressor. Okay. Fuel, air, screen. Tomorrow I'm going to do the oil and maybe the hydraulics tomorrow, or there's two of them. There's one on the back and one in front. But yeah. And here I got my oil filter. Oh, and then I got to do these guys. Where are they? In the axles. Because I haven't done that yet. So, and then I forgot. I want to get down inside of here and blow this stuff out. So I have this wand that I bought at the 99-cent store somewhere very cheap. While I'm here, I might as well check inside of here, see if there's any mice or whatnot. I don't see any from where I can look down that way, but might as well take a look and take a look at the battery. The battery seems to be fine. Use a blowout. So. All right, so we're gonna pull off this cover so we can get into this compartment to see the batteries or the battery and the inside area of this. I checked it out when I did maintenance the other day, when I did the main video, and now, because I talked about it, I guess that means that I should do this. Alright, so this part will come out a little bit, and then we have connections in here. So this one, I have to squeeze the tab on the top and on the bottom, and then it'll disconnect from this connector. There we go. And now I can get a little extra access in here. So battery's okay, a little dirty in there, but yeah, looks pretty good. I don't see any critters. I didn't blow it off last time as well as I could have, should have, but everything's looking good in there. All right, I'm gonna put it back together. So, one-handed, I'm gonna pause. So I'm gonna get that connector onto this. Yeah, I gotta pause. You know what? I just hooked up this, and I've never touched this button. I don't even know what it is. So, I'm gonna have to I'll look it up. I've never used it. All right, now I gotta fit these guys back to where they go. See, these little clips go on the sides. I'm trying to do everything one-handed, and that's not going to work. So let me do this. To smack it a little bit. But this guy, tighten. This guy goes in here. Tighten. And I'll go around the other side. And I've never used this before either. So let's find out what that is. So the fuses are here, just dirty. Yeah, you know what? I am going to put them back here because I just don't want to get them lost. But now that I'm aware of it, I'm going to put them down tighter so they don't disappear on me. Because all I had them in was like 2 threads before just to hold them. But I wasn't even thinking about the rattle. While I'm doing this, I'm looking at the belt. The belt is nice and tight, and it's still in good shape. There's no fraying or cracking anything. Thank goodness. Then I'm looking at the belts down here. So the belts are nice and tight. They're still new. It's a couple years old, but I only have 185, 86 miles on this. And my fan blades are not cracked or broken. And my the fins behind it for breathing behind here are clean because I blew them out with that long extension blower. But that's what I was looking for. And that alternator is nice and tight. I do have to grease all the joints, so I have the compressor there, and I have a compressor grease gun. So then I tried to use a little mini gun, and realized I need a lot more grease. So I got this really cheap grease gun that hooks onto that compressor, but when I put it on one of these things, it just pumps. And I don't have to buy one of the battery operated ones, which are outlandish sums of money. Cool. Okay, that's good. When I first got this guy, it comes with a backhoe, and I flipped the seat around in order to operate the backhoe. I'm going to shut that thing off. Flip the seat around to work the backhoe, and when I did that, somehow I pinched. There's a safety switch under the seat that the machine wouldn't turn on, actually. I had broken the cable somehow because this thing flips up, spins around, and turns backwards. So you can actually sit in the chair backwards, hook the backhoe onto it, and then control it from the seat, which is spun around backwards. But when I did it the very first time, I was like, I don't know, 20 hours into this thing, maybe 75 hours, somewhere in that early time frame. But I definitely did that. So there's and the safety switch on the seats is that guy. See the wire? It's hooked up, and somehow I pinched it, so I had to repair that in order for the machine to turn on. So there's 3 safety switches on here. That's the one I know about. I think there's 2 more, and I can't think of what they are off the top of my head. So, but it's just a little wire, and if it's not connected properly, then the machine won't operate. And doggone, I just can't think of what the other 2 are. I'll have to read the book. But anyway, that one affected me. So all right, if your machine won't start, check that little wire. Comes up and attaches to the bottom of the seat, a little connector. So you got to make sure that is secure properly and not kinked and not torn and not broken and things like that. Yeah. Oh, front tires. Front tires. They are. It sounds like everybody's front tires go flat when you first get it, and then you pump them up, and so it's the bead around the outside of the rim that somehow goes bad. What I was doing, I wasn't pumping up the tires, and I was carrying heavy rocks. I was carrying tons of rocks, literally. I would order 5 tons, and I would use my bucket to carry them, and I wasn't paying attention to the air in the tires, so if I got a low tire, then all that weight is on the front tire, and it blows the bead. So I had to take the tires into the shop, and they had to reseal them for me, and it was cheap. It was easy. I went to some tire store downtown, and they had a truck store that dealt with tractor tires, and they took care of it for me. So it wasn't bad at all, not like I was thinking. And inside the tires is the liquid, the beet juice. I can't think of the name of it, but anyway. So whenever I have to air these up, I have to make sure that the stem is at the 12 o'clock position, and it's only 20 pounds, of air to pump up the tires. So now I'm trying to be better and trying to pay more attention to that and keep my tires full. Those tires were down to like 6 pounds, and the back tires, and they look fine. So because they look fine, I never checked them. And then finally I checked them when I was doing this, and so just stupid, I got caught up doing every other thing that I'm doing. So check your tires. It says so in the manual, every day. Check the fuel every day. So do that. All right. All right, well, I guess let's do this. I need to put that thing in the new valve, in the valve stem in the valve for the front tire, because it's leaking, and I need to pump it up. So. Okay. Hard on the knees. 22 psi. And it has rim guard in it, a little bit of weighted liquid. So that's why I put the valve at the 12 o'clock position so that liquid wouldn't come out. Alright, I have this set for 22 psi. And let's start. And it will stop on its own when it hits that psi. Right now it's at 17. Yay. It worked. So replacing the valve stem worked. There's the old one. And the new one isn't leaking, so I don't hear anything, so I'm at 22 psi, so that's good. When I carry something heavy, especially in these front tires, carrying, 1,000 pounds in this thing, if this is low, then I can go off kilter and it could roll the tractor if I go down there somewhere. So I gotta be real careful on those. This thing is, I carry it all the time. This bag has jumper cable, or the battery jumper, and this. Just a wonderful kit. Anytime I go anywhere, I just grab the bag and throw it in whatever car, vehicle I'm in.
All right, so this is my flight bag from when I was in the Army. I used to carry my pokey bait in here, which is all my snacks and stuff. Anyway, when I was on tracked vehicles, the 113, the 901, the Bradley fighting vehicle, the M2, and then, of course, deuce and a half, 5-ton, Humvee, Cut V, all that good stuff. Anyway, so here I have the various things that I carry, and so when I go anywhere, I have it with me. So that's a jump starter that's rechargeable, and it's a battery. I have some extra plugs. I have a multi adapter, right? I have my scissors. I have my headlamp LED. I have some electrical tape, gloves, cloth. But the thing that I'm after, my vest. What else am I after? A little screwdriver. Pluggable, rechargeable flashlight, which is awesome. Other glove. Okay, so this is for the valve stems, and the valve stem puller, and some spare valve stems like I was doing. And then this is the pump, which I got at Costco. Again, I'm doing one-handed, so I'm trying to get this video done upstairs, and when I need to put extra information, I'll come and do this. So inside here I have this bag, which has another valve stem puller and the power cord to charge this thing. So you plug this into the wall and it charges this, and then you carry it and it hopefully stays charged. All right, so I have 100% battery, and I'm set to 22 psi because that's what I pumped up the tractor tires to, 22 psi. The stem, valve stem, just like the bicycle, right? So I bought this thing for, I don't know, car, bicycle, whatever. But these guys, I had to replace one of them into the tractor, and that's what this video I'm showing. So you use this guy to unthread this out of the stem on the actual tire, throw the old one away, and then you insert one of these, and then you use this guy to spin it back on and tighten it down. So that's what all that's about. And then this little air pump is awesome. And there we go.
Okay, let's check this side for pressure. It's at 20, so. Alright, let's check big tires. I guess I'm not very smart. That was 7 psi on the other side, on the big tire. You know, I always get on this side, so I look at that tire, it looks okay. But that one was a lot lower. So we'll fill it up to 20. Good, 20. That's good. That one had 9 psi on that side. Okay. My, oops. Thankfully, you know, the tractor's been working for me. I haven't had to worry about it. Yeah, I don't think I've filled these tires at all. In 3 years that I've had the tractor, I'm at almost 200 hours of running this thing. I had the front tires rebeaded, because on the bead, on the outside bead, it was losing on both of them. So I had to have it rebeaded at a tire shop. And that worked. I don't know what they did to it, but anyway, they don't lose pressure anymore, which they were. And it seems like everybody's front tires were losing pressure because of the beading on the sides. So big complaint. But I had mine redone and they work fine. PSI. So now what I do, I'll take this thing inside and I'll plug it into the wall and it'll charge the battery in here. This is a Fantic S100 Apex. Yeah. So it has a flashlight. It can pump this up. It can be a charger. You can actually charge your phone out of it, I think. Pretty sure. Anyway, it's a very handy tool. I'm very happy with it. I've used it multiple times on the RV trailer, the car, the other car. Yeah, so. This guy, Powerall Deluxe, this thing, when my truck battery was dead, I was able to jump this guy off. So this is the jumper battery. You plug it into the wall and it charges it, and then you just hook these onto your battery. And there's a little light here, and it'll say ready to jump. So you got to wait. After you hook it all together, you wait for that light to come on, and then you try jumping your car or starting your vehicle, and it jumps it. So I did it on my truck. I did it on my old RV, which was a F450 chassis.
There we go. Just quick and easy, down in 30.